Well, we're the Taylors. I'm Gerald.
And I'm Linda again.
And we're going to talk to you about our company, Real Educational Services. And specifically, this video is going to cover option number 1 of our CWI training courses. And this option is 80 hours in the classroom with a minimum of 8 hours a day. And probably a minimum, I'd say at least 3 hours homework at night. Week 1, we're going to cover the fundamentals, and that's the 10 topics that they're going to choose 150 questions from to give you when you do the Part A. And we're going to work with you in the code of choice. The 2 popular ones are D11 and 1104. And we will get you familiar with how to move around in it. And you will spend the first part of the homework at night working code questions and learning the first 3 nights how the code's laid out with questions following from chapter or clause 1 to the end of it. And in the morning you're going to come in and we're going to have a 2-hour review, starting with code first, up to an hour on the code, and then we'll do another hour on the fundamentals to bring you up flush with what we did the day before, so that when we start on you, you won't have a bunch of stuff hanging in your head about yesterday. And I'll let Linda talk to you about week 2.
And some people ask, why are we going through the fundamentals first and the code before the Part B? And I have to tell them that these Part B questions that you're going to be seeing on the test may involve some fundamental knowledge.
Yeah.
They're using that to see if you know enough about the fundamentals as well. So I want you to be well versed in that before you come into the Part B. I don't want you missing a question because of something you don't know from fundamental knowledge. Also, the open book portion gets you working in a book to find things, and that pays off when you get to the Part B spec. Now, week 2 is a little bit different because what we do is on the first 2.5 days of the class, we're going to be working on Clause 5 and Clause 6, which I feel like is the toughest part of the book to get a handle on. So that's the procedure and welder qualification. And then after that, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday morning, we'll get out the plastic replicas and the tools, and we'll start working with those for the rest of the week. We'll kind of bring it all together on 2 exams at the latter part of the week to see how you're doing on a 46-question test for a 2-hour time frame. And yes, there's extra hours available that you can work in our classroom with those tools and samples, because we always are open about 12 hours a day at our facilities. So we make those available to you. And yes, we're around to ask questions also.
Yeah. And you'll be given our phone numbers too. You probably already have them. But anytime during the day and night, during the class, and even afterwards, if you think we can help you with something, feel free to call. But just remember, if you call us and we don't answer, leave a message. We don't just call numbers back with no messages. But anyway, that's in person. Large classrooms. We got a controlled environment for you to come with this 80-hour session number 1. In this year, 2021, we ran 28 classes, or we'll have run 28 classes, and we run larger numbers so that we can keep the numbers smaller. We were in 6 states, or are in 6 states this year: Arkansas, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, Oklahoma, and Texas. And we actually own facilities there in Mississippi, Georgia, and Texas. They're our facilities, and definitely, unlike a motel that you can't control everything unless you rent the whole place, our buildings are controlled. And it's a good study and learning environment.